Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Happy winter solstice. Today is December 21st, so it is the longest day of the year right now that we're in. I just wanted to do a collective energy check-in to see what advice the universe has for us in order to make this transition into that new decade of 2020. And I know people are probably getting really tired of hearing this, but like it is a big deal, okay? We're going into a brand new decade. Do you want to go into this next 10 years of doing the same thing over and over and over again? Or do you actually want to make the changes for good? And most of you are already feeling these changes. So yesterday, I had another, which I'm sure a lot of you have too, more ascension symptoms, really feeling like I woke up just feeling like super, super low, feeling like self-worth issues, not being able to do what I want to do, just like it was very ego, a lot of things coming up during this time too, like it's a lot of stuff that we're clearing from our lineage, from past lives, karma, repeating cycles, stuff like that, like really closing that out because we are in eclipse season, right? So we have a north node in Cancer, a south node in Capricorn. So if you are any of those signs or you have that in your natal chart, you will be feeling that. And I kind of realized, oh yeah, like every time there's an eclipse thing, I feel it the most. So like if you do have Cancer or Capricorn anywhere in your natal chart, check that out. And then these are reasons why deep emotions are coming up. And like I just wanted to cry yesterday for no reason, and I just listened to some sad music and let it out. But like I woke up this morning and last night did some energy work, some Reiki, stuff like that. And I'll be doing more like Reiki videos and stuff too, Reiki sessions to like clear out certain things, different topics and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. But like you can do this kind of stuff for yourself as well, and just sit there and meditate and ask for Archangel Michael to come in and clear, any energies that you have that you want to release. This should be done on a daily basis, okay? Our auric field, we pick up energy on a daily basis, okay? Our auric field is huge, and we pick up on energies everywhere. And if you're carrying a lot of light, unfortunately darkness is very attracted to that, and you will pick up on it, okay? With that being said, if you find yourself hanging around people, or like when you leave a group of people or an environment or a certain person and you feel energetically drained and tired and just really lethargic and you don't understand why, but you kind of realize like it's a repeating cycle, and every time you leave there, like you can just feel the negativity or sense the negativity and stuff, distance yourself, because it shouldn't be impacting you like that. And that's a sign from your gut. Your solar plexus hit is really it's energetically reading your body is energetically reading that person, situation, environment, and telling you like it's time to get away from this, okay? So really be mindful of that. When you are in places that make you feel amazing, keep those places or things or people that you feel just energetically drained from, and your body like physically rejects the presence of that person, place, or thing. It's time to let it go. Okay, so with that being said, let's get into some cards and see where the energy is and what advice Spirit has for us to help us better make this transition, okay? So, let's start with the Moonology, and then I want to do a little bit from the Lightworker's Oracle deck, and then we'll just see how it goes, because I might clarify too with the tarot, okay? So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for sharing your light with me and your energy. And if this resonates, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so let's get started. Spirits, angels, what messages do you have for the collective? And also, I just wanted when you heal yourself, when you take the time to really clear your energy, you're doing a favor for the collective as well. And because we are in different timelines, like, physics, we are living out different like timelines while we are in this life. We are just very aware of it right now. When you are clearing out those energies and that are coming up from you from past lives or ancestral karma and stuff like that, that you're clearing, you're healing those lifetimes as well, and you're healing generations to come from you, right? So just to keep that in mind, like, it's very important to do your spiritual work on yourself, because it helps the collective now in this presence, and collectives from past lives as well, and your lineage, and also for, you know, if you don't have children yet, the children that are going to come from you, like, they're not going to have to deal with stuff that you've, you know, physically put to an end in the 3D. You've closed out, you've kicked out, and you've healed within yourself, and also past lifetimes, okay? So just keep that in mind, okay? Now, let's get into some tarot. Spirits, angels, archangels, or sorry, the Moonology deck. Spirits, angels, archangels, messages you have for the collective. What energies are we looking at today, spirits? On this beautiful solstice, winter solstice, and anytime there's like a seasonal change, there's a huge energetic shift, so just keep that in mind, okay? If you're feeling stuff, take some time out for you today and focus on you. So what were we saying? Your hard work is paying off. Your hard work, what they're just confirming for me right now, is that the hard work that you put into yourself is what heals the collective, okay? This is just beautiful confirmation of that. Your hard work is paying off. You are raising the vibrations of yourself, the people around you. Like, when you feel good, your relationships are good. They're meshed well, you know, and you're also raising the vibration of the collective, and you're healing past lives and you know, lives of the people that are going to be coming after you. So just keep doing it. Put that work in. That's a beautiful confirmation for what we just talked about. Yeah, whatever that means for you, however you need to clear yourself, however you need to put that spiritual work in, because spiritual work is very important. We are humans, yes, but we are spiritual first. We are soul first. We're just, you know, in this meat suit thing, right? Walking around, and like, we have such a bigger purpose than what it seems to the naked eye, okay? Everything is attached energetically and spiritually to our lives, okay? It's very easily influenced, okay? So I just wanted to, confirm that. So let's continue. Spirits, angels, archangels, any other messages that we have for the energy shifts that are happening? And I mean, it's not like a one-night process. You have to continually do the work. Every day, make time, even if it's 10 minutes out of your day, to sit there and meditate and clear your head. Because when your head is like so full of all this energetic, you know, stimuli, or, you know, all this stuff that we pick up every single day, and your brain is just over processing and overloaded, and then you start feeling down and out of sorts and out of balance. You always want to try to be in the best state of balance and homeostasis, right? For your body and your soul that you can be in. So continue to do that hard work. And if you haven't been, this is a sign from spirit that it's time to start putting this work in for yourself. You're just going to feel energetically so much better. Okay, you're going to function in your life so much better. Your relationships are going to heal. You're going to let go of things that you've been holding on to that, like, it's just time to let go of, okay? It's time to stop certain cycles. And when you do, that will pay off, okay? Whatever you've been putting on hold, if it's a career, if it's a new project, like, put that work into it, because it's going to benefit you so much. So however this is resonating for you, okay? The universe is just saying, use that time now. Use this energy to really bring things full circle, so you have this brand new start for the new year, okay? Spirits, anything else that we need to know? Yeah, a couple things. Okay. This energy is gaining momentum. We're not just talk about that. Sorry, guys, I have a morning voice. And it's a time for healing. So your hard work is paying off. It's time for healing. Take the time to do you. Right now, it is always about you, okay? I'm sorry, but like, you got to put yourself first. Stop putting other people before you, because you cannot serve others without you being whole, because eventually, like, the energy is going to gain momentum and you're going to crash, okay? And this is like the reverse version of this, okay? Overworking to please others. You're always putting others first, but you can't do that. You got to put yourself first. So it is a time for healing now, whatever that means for you, even if that's just like taking a night out and just like watching Netflix and just sitting with yourself and gaining some clarity on some things. Do it, okay? And whatever, like, you don't have to be super spiritual if you don't have to. It's just however things resonate for you, what brings you joy, okay? So now it says, now that your hard work, like now that you're closing things out, okay, so say you realize who these people, places, and things are in your life that you're like, yeah, you know, my energy feels really spent after I leave that place or my work or whatever. And I don't want to carry that with me. I need to do some work, go within, make some plans, set some things in motions, or just to get me out of these situations, or to just cut somebody out or something out altogether. And I mean, I know it can seem pretty harsh to like just cut somebody out of your life, but again, you need to do what's best for you. And that person, like, will thank you, maybe, possibly, I don't know. It could, I mean, they could, but would you rather it be like a fake friendship or a fake relationship, or you know what I mean? Like, that person will realize down the line that it was all for the better as well. They just didn't see it at the time, okay? So yeah, you know, this energy that you're doing, all that hard work, for those of you that have been putting in the work, for those of you that are sticking to your spiritual practices, whatever that is for you, you're doing the work, you're clearing things out, you're moving on from things that aren't going to come with you in this new year. You know, the energy is really picking up. You know, you might be feeling better now. 11:11 on the clock. Beautiful. Manifesting. But yeah, like you know, you might be clearing things out. You might have felt crappy. You might still feel crappy. So continue to do the work, because those are the ascension symptoms, right? So drink lots and lots of water. Clear those toxins. All of these, we hold toxins and memory in our cells, right? So these energies that we carry from our lineages, you can imagine how many past lives you've had if you're a super old soul, and how much energy and karma and dense, you know, I mean, a lot of the times those past times were not super, super happy times. So you can imagine how much pain and emotions and sadness and stuff are stuck, and then they're in your body. That energy is real. It's in your body. And if you don't take the time to clear it, right, things start in your aura. And they move into like the emotional, the mental body, and all those different bodies and sheaths that we carry in our aura. And then they all of a sudden, then they move into our body, where they form dis-ease, right? This is what energy healers do. We try to clear out the energy that's in your aura before it reaches your actual body and turns in and manifests into a disease. It could be that, which is anything, right? So really, really, it's so, so important to start healing on an energetic level, on a nutritional level, okay? So those are the messages that are really coming through that they want me to push up for you today. So take that how it resonates, you know? New year, perfect time to start a regimen, but stick to it, right? We see lots of people starting these New Year's resolutions, but they don't stick to it. Okay, so just keep doing the work, and we'll keep, you know, I'll keep having these videos so we can keep supporting each other with this, right? Okay. So let's continue and see what the Lightworker Oracle deck has to say for these energies that we're in right now. Spirits, angels, archangels, what messages do we have for this collective in this energy shift of the winter solstice? What advice do we have for the collective spirit? Let's go forward with messages of truth, healing, and light for the collective. Spirits, angels, archangels, please come forward with messages of truth, healing, and light for the collective. What message do you have? Beautiful. I'm going to leave that one with that one, sorry. It says, hold your center. Beautiful, beautiful image. So if you just want to look into that, right? It's a beautiful image right there. And I'm just going to pull out the book, because this book has a lot of very insightful information that correlates to the meaning of this card. So 34, hold your center. Sorry, I think I said hold your vision, but it's hold your center. 34. Have you been rushing out to meet others, trying to bend or accommodate their needs at the expense of your own well-being and inner peace? Now you are to strengthen your own energy, your own boundaries, to find your ground. Firmly place your feet there and do not move. Feel your feet anchoring you like a beautiful tree. Let yourself experience quiet certainty as you hold your center with commitment, courage, and consciousness. What were we saying? You need to stop putting the work into other people and put it into yourself, like accommodating other people's needs at the expense of your own energetic energy, okay? Somebody asks you to hang out or go out that you don't want to hang out with anymore, you don't have to, okay? I know it sounds harsh and like really abrupt, but I mean, energetically, you have to put you first. And that goes with anything that's boyfriends, husbands. I mean, unfortunately, like marriages are, a lot of them are built on faulty, what's that word? I'm thinking of the tower foundations, right? So you really, really have to look at who you're spending your time with and how it's energetically affecting you, and then how that falls into every other place of your life. You should feel pretty energized every single day if you're nourishing your body, your mind, and your soul, other than going through these ascension processes and, dealing with day-to-day things. But you need to learn how to cope, healthy coping mechanisms too, right? I think is what they're going to be getting into here. So it says, you are learning to trust in your own instincts to take your own journey without compassion to the life path of another. There is no need to become disheartened or distracted by comparison or judgment. And also, like, this talking about how not comparing yourself to how quickly maybe you see others ascending or through their process. Like, you're in your own journey and you still have a lot of healing to do. So if you see other people accelerating, be happy for them. And don't hold, any grudges or anything like that, or say, I want to be that far. Everyone is on their own journey. So many souls who are different and unique were not understood, acknowledged, and valued for whom they were as children. Instead, they were encouraged to conform, to change, to be other than their true self in order to be loved. This can be a hard pattern to break, right? So this, childhood wounds, again, this is what they're talking about, what's coming up. We were told as children to, shh, don't say that, or stop talking, or that's not real, or your make-believe friend isn't true, or, that's just your imagination. There's so many things, and whether you're a victim, I don't want to say victim because I don't like being stuck in victim mentality, because you can always shift that, right? But whether you suffered from abuse or bullying or, verbal, whatever it was, abuse, emotional abuse, anything in your life, not just from emotional or from childhood wounds, but at any point in your life where you felt like you were really betrayed and you never released it, right? You held it within you, and unknowingly we do that. This is telling you it can be really hard to break that pattern, but your hard work is paying off. So keep doing it, because that energy is gaining momentum, and that's why you're feeling like all these symptoms coming up, right, that are manifesting in different ways for you, whether that be like I said, crying, wanting to cry, or just feeling really angry and irritable, being very short-tempered, just not being able to think clearly because there's all these emotions that are coming up that you literally, like, when I feel like that, I know I need to purge, and that's purging deep emotions, right? And that's pranic energy that gets released through meditation, right? Kundalini energy that comes up. You can look into that. I'll do a video on that Kundalini energy as well, but that's something that basically it's just releasing all of that pranic energy, and it brings you to a higher state of consciousness. And after you go through these really emotional times, right, when we're going through the ascension process, I know that a lot of other spiritual people can actually agree with this, that after you get through this part of doing the work and getting through those emotions and the pain that you can feel, you could get heart palpitations, you can get pains in your shoulders and your muscles, because that's energy releasing, right? It's like when you do a detox. Have you ever gone on a detox and done what's it called? Like a juice cleanse or something like that, and you get aches and pains and stuff, because those are toxins coming out of your body. Energetically as well, you release things too, okay? So you detoxify in the same way, and you feel those pains. You feel irritable. You feel like you may be coming down with a cold, but it's more than that, right? It's really intense. So, I mean, yeah, that was me yesterday. So if any others of you are feeling that way, I would love to know, and how you get through it too, okay? So this can be a hard pattern to break. Yet the time is here for you to love and honor yourself as yourself. You are beautiful. You do not need to change for another. Exactly. So do not sit there and try to conform to make somebody like you, or to make a friendship work, make a relationship work, make a work environment work, whatever it is, make a family relationship work, right? Do not change and conform to others. Do not also dim your light. If you can feel, sometimes when you go through spiritual work, people don't know how to adjust around you, and they see you kind of leveling up and they can become a little bit envious. Yeah, don't dim your light for anybody, okay? Nobody at all. Continue to do the work, okay? Continue to rise, continue to be the star that you are, because no one, you're allowed to shine. It's your birthright to be happy and feel joy. And if someone or people or whatever, whoever feels uncomfortable around you, it's because you're mirroring something within them that they too need to heal. And for you too, when you feel that sense of jealousy or whatever, and envy or some sort of negative emotion towards somebody else, it's because they're reflecting something within you that you need to heal too, right? So it goes both ways. Okay, so you do not need to change for another. You certainly do not need to change for the divine. You are being encouraged instead to distill your essence to become even more of you. Hold your center now, and do not be rattled by any other through intimidation, confrontation, doubt, fear, or jealousy. Fitting, right? See what we're talking about? Hold your center means you accept your innate value and worth. Your right to exist and thrive, and accept the love that created you as you, in order to fill your divine destiny. You have a contract to fulfill. You have a mission here on earth that God created with you, that you co-created with the universe, that sacred contract before you cross the veil and were born into this world, and you forget everything once you cross that veil, right? You have this within you, this inner calling that continues to awaken, and that you set in your contract to you set yourself to start awakening through different times, right? So when we get hit with all these, things like tower moments that we talk about here in the tarot community, those are really things that are pushing you along your path. They're making readjustments, rerouting you to where you were meant to go. They were meant for you to have epiphanies, awakenings, light bulb moments like, yes, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm going to leave behind. This is what doesn't serve me anymore, so I can get to my end goal. I mean, we're always on this journey. It's never really an end goal, but it's like where I can get to where I'm supposed to be, the energy, the environment that I'm supposed to be in, right? Like, this energy right now is really gaining momentum, and the spirit world really wants you to acknowledge that, okay? So know that. Don't dim your light, because you have a purpose here, and you don't have to dim that for anybody, because you are on your own mission and they are on their own mission, and they just haven't found it yet. When someone is very confident in knowing what they're here to do, they are happy for everybody, okay? I get happy, I get excited when I see my friends doing well and stuff like that. If you're doing well and and you find that it's a really weird vibe from them, then it's just time to cut it, right? Cut the distance, because it's just your energies that aren't meshing well anymore. And yeah, they may have come into your life to teach you a thing, but you don't always have to take everybody with you, okay? Okay, so this oracle brings you confirmation that you are on the right path. You do not need to collapse into fear or doubt to ease old guilt or make others more comfortable. It is not selfish or hard of you to be strong. You can hold yourself in high esteem and be gentle and loving to others, while is absolutely refusing to accept any behavior, belief, or attitude of another that would tear you down or cast you into self-doubt or self-hatred, right? Like, why should you have to lower your light in order to make other people feel comfortable? That is not right. And I know I find myself in this situation a lot. Like, I am a really giving person. I am somebody who likes to do a lot of things for others, and that's how I do get it. It's something I have to continue to work on all the time. And I do feel this feeling of when I'm around people and I'm talking about things that make me feel good, like, oh, am I saying too much? Or, maybe I shouldn't say this. No, like, you have a right to feel happy, and the people who are in your life who are meant to be there will feel happy for you, and as they should, and as you should to other people when they are in, a happy part of their life, or living through a happy moment in their life, okay? It's vice versa. It's those lower vibrational energies you've got to get away from, because they're going to block you. They're going to make you doubt yourself, okay? And you don't need that on this path because you had enough as a child when you're trying to clear those emotional wounds of, you know, people telling you, no, you're not good enough, or you can't do this and this and that, and you're trying to evolve and blossom like spiritually. Why do you want to surround yourself with sarcasm and people telling you, oh yeah, I'm sure like that happened to you or whatever and whatnot, right? Like, you need people who are on your level, who understand the things that you're going through. So distance yourself from that because it's only going to hinder your progress, okay? I say that with love. So, as a part of your spiritual training, your soul learned to be open to receiving guidance and channeling. This is what you need to be able to do to function as a healer, a channel, and a light worker. You had to be sensitive, receptive, and open, and now it is time to balance that with resilience, strength, and even some divine stubbornness, refusing to give up on who you are. Whilst remaining open to guidance is the balance of loving wisdom necessary to grow yourself as a divinely unique individual in a world that often fears true individuality simply because it cannot be easily controlled, right? The masses, like the government, they want to control the masses. The media, they want to control the masses. Like, you have to be alike. Everyone has to be doing the same thing. There's always some sort of fad or phase that everyone like conforms to, right? And when you stick out like a sore thumb and you start doing things out of the norm that a lot of people aren't doing, you know, then people have the tendency to want to bring that down. They see you're different. They don't like it. Okay, they don't understand why they have to be like everyone else and they can't be different. So everyone can be different, and we are all different. We're all individuals, so we don't have to be the same. It's just some people, you know, there are people and energies out there that really don't like that. So be aware of that, okay? So where was I? Refusing to give up on who you are whilst remaining open to guidance is the balance of loving wisdom necessary to grow yourself as a divinely unique individual in a world that often fears true individuality, simply because it cannot be easily controlled. Holding your center does not mean that you no longer surrender. Instead, you consciously choose to surrender into divine love and grow more empowered. You are here to shine a light, to be the lighthouse for others. The lighthouse doesn't ask for permission to shine. It stands still, shines faithfully, and those who need it are guided by its light to safety. Do not lose faith in yourself, beloved soul, or souls, should I say. You know who you are, so be strong. Honor your inner beauty, your personal boundaries. Yes, honor those boundaries. Boundaries are huge, okay? I have an issue with those. Just learning to start setting my boundaries and not feel guilty about them, okay? Ugh, God, that's something I've struggled with, and I wonder, you know, I'm sure a lot of you do too. Do not be do not feel guilty to set boundaries with people. Say no. If you don't want to go out, don't go out. If you don't want to hang out with someone, don't hang out with someone. If you don't want, if you don't want to work, go to work, don't go to work. But make sure you have another job first, okay? But like, yeah, like if you just don't want to continue with something, just don't do it. If you don't want to be in a relationship with someone, don't feel guilty about leaving. Yes, but you're leaving someone and you're hurting them. And I know it feels bad, but in the long run, they will realize that it was better off that way. It's just you guys are literally on different energetic levels, and that's why they're thinking, no, I want you to stay, and you're thinking, no, I want to go. Like, you guys are not on the same page, and that's why it's not working out in the first place, okay? So let's see what else it says. You need to be safe in your ability to say no as much as you need to know that you will say yes when your heart is guided to do so. So be true to you. When you start really aligning, you will feel it in your heart, in your gut, in your soul, what is truly meant to be in your life, and you will go for it, and you will not have any worry or concern about what others think, okay? Screw them, okay? Screw the people that are looking at you like, what the hell do they think they're doing, okay? So just know that the energy here is gaining momentum. Your hard work is paying off. It is a time for you to heal right now. Really take the time to go within. It is a beautiful time to use this energy around the holidays. Harness that love, harness that family, interaction and energy right now, and really raise your vibrations, okay? It'll help you to channel and get out of this. And it's perfect because with a lot of families and friends and things coming together, it's the opportunity to mend relationships and things that have been on the back burner for a while, and that helps you to clear your energies too and raise your vibrations and release and let go, whether you come together and reconcile with somebody for good, or it's just like you reconcile and then you guys go your own ways, right? So that is the energy I'm going to leave off with today. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a really good winter solstice. Okay, goodbye.